It's week 1 of the 2022 season, where division rivals will clash in the AFC South. It's the Texans and the Titans, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Houston Texans. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Nashville. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Now it's Tannehill. Ebron caught left side. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep is Boston Scott. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. The drive will start with an option going left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to John Ross. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Throwing on first down, Britton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Harold Landry, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Off the bootleg. Britton out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Oh, good move. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play. Henry again on 2nd down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Here's Tannehill. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that. Touchdown! Eric Ebron, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, it's Hardy, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Off the play fake. Britton rolling to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity. That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. He's going to try and take off with it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Britton flush to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. On 2nd down, here's Henry. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
A first down carry for Henry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. From the gun on third down, Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Britton. It's hauled in by Hardy. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face a third down. Another completion there. And what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
On first down, Hardy, and he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. Britton escaping the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's go! Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
It's brought in by Harris. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throw left side, complete to Ross. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
You can't block me.
We Remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
We got this.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Here we go.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. From the gun, Britton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down now, but the clock continues to move. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Britton. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. Matt Ryan has a touchdown pass. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And that one all even as they play the visiting Cleveland Browns. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And as you can see, they've started the season with a focus on the running game, and it served them well in the opener so far. And meanwhile, for the Titans, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week one, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to him on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage, and when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hardy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Britton. Now he's forced out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down now. It's Hardy. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do you do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Let's go.
Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Touchdown, Texans! Robert Tonyan from 3 yards out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point safely through, and it's now 21-7. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it with that.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 26-yard line. To throw is Tannehill. And this will be caught by Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back now in Nashville. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
They'll run on first down. Hardy, and he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They go play action here on first down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
Here comes the boom.
A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. And how would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They'll give Henry another shot. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, Parker, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Boston Scott. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Britton eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hardy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver Brown.
And the Texans scoop it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
We got this.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They run the counter. It's Hardy. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hardy. Escapes the defender. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first down, Hardy. And he stopped immediately there. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. On second down, it's Hardy. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Houston, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.